That's cool, panel. Feel free to curse all you want. A game 3, so we can watch more of this Dota, and if Newbee are actually capable of winning a game, means they're stepping up to the plate. I am down for that.
I actually think they could win this game.
You think they could?
I think last game they just got dismantled, but I think that this draft they're a lot more comfortable with, and I think they have win conditions. It's just going to be really important that they make that they play perfectly, I guess, and make great decisions.
Oh, it's so obvious now. Like, it's the path to victory, obviously, now granted. I'm actually interested to see like how the laning phase is actually going to play out too, because like we were talking about this during the drafting phase too, like how they get the matchups, how's it all work. The panel was touching on the Morphling being really strong, how long it takes for the Plata to come up. What are the critical points you think about like how these teams actually execute drafts?
Well, I think you want to tri-lane into the...
Wait, is Pasha actually telling him like what we're doing? We're running a dual off lane, everybody. 100% lose straight with SCC. What?
It's because it's banter, okay? They're not flaming. They were they had played a pub together previously, and I think they were just using some of that insight. VP, I know it might look like they're BM, but they're really just having fun. And, everyone in Dota's known each other so long.
We always remember when SCCTA would answer back with the banter, but his English made the return of the banter not so great. Pasha? Actually had to level up Scorched Earth level 1. I think he's a little concerned as he tried to contest the bounty rune.
I really want Kaka to just TP bottom. You've already done enough. Try lane the Morphling. That's the win condition for VP, and he's most susceptible to just being outlaned in this very early stage of the game. If Ramses has a free level 5 and Aquila wand treads by like 6-7 minutes, he just takes over the game. But if you can keep him down, the burst damage from Slardar Lifestealer, you have the Lina to scale, a Naga song, like the team fight from Newbee is always going to be great, but you have to deal with this Morphling. They insta-picked it because he's going to have a billion armor all game. He's not susceptible to this Slardar and Lifestealer combo.
Solo's already coming around the back of the bottom lane. They put a little bit of extra pressure onto the Jakiro. Faith moving back up the lane, back towards the tower, and then TP still hasn't come in from the Naga Siren. He's got a Mango and a backpack, though obviously not requiring the regeneration. Having that TP available as Roger now has to run the opposite direction with a dual breath from Faith connecting. KP, he has the crush up, but Roger's back to the T1 tower as well.
This is what VP loves to do. That HP and mana Roger expended, that bought 3 denies for Ramses. So effectively, this offlane dual lane got next to nothing out of that initial wave, and this is why I feel like they need 3 heroes down here.
So could someone help SCCC in the mid lane? He's fighting underneath his own tower and is having real issues getting the CS. It's 6-2 to 2-1 right now, and the creep waves are even.
I've made that mistake before, Toby. It's because he went stun. I imagine just trying to apply some pressure, but in mid now, I really think you just want that point in Q initially, and then 2 in the level 3. You just trade in this lane.
They're going to wall him up. Ramses has waveform available, and with Roger's Fire Strike, this will be your first blood. Don't even need to use the waveform base. Attacks will do it.
That's the Aquila for Ramses completed already. And it does not matter that Mugi is getting this help from Naga. Yeah, he's winning the lane, but he would have done that 1v1.
Do you ever really win a lane against a Doombringer anyway?
You don't need, he's just going to trade. Yeah. He's getting minimal advantage. If you think about the Naga's impact on the game bottom and how many creeps he would win for his team in comparison to top, like it's night and day. Plus, you have it's Disruptor Sand King. These are not the greatest supports in a tri-lane. They both want levels, and they're relatively low damage in comparison to a Naga and a Jakiro. But because you don't have 3 heroes down here, you can't actually contest the lane, and you're gonna just be giving Ramses a free game. And I don't think you can do that.
Well, Kaka's looking to make a play onto mid lane. No one's up a little bit further. Courier actually instead and goes for red. It's still got the wind lace as well as the clarity on it. So, not too shabby. He would have preferred to kill off no one, but maybe realized they don't have the damage to get through him.
It's a good rotation, but again, I really just want to kill him.
Yeah.
Mugi's taking a lot of harass up top.
It's a courier kill, man.
Yeah, that's
Bottom lane, the ball is up. KP, Fire Strike is out. Solo has no more mana to really play with, even with the stick charge and Monster Mango. That Thunder Strike damage would not be enough. Because level 3 for Glimpses would make more sense, but he's not, so it doesn't. I think top lane, he's short of 20 mana. Without open wounds, they can't control Pasha enough.
Not to mention, man, even if you do get the kill, what is Pasha's purpose in this game?
KP, Fire Strike, they'll connect. Thunder Strike damage is enough. 1 point up in Caustic. Actually, no, it's not enough damage. Even with the Thunder Strike and Caustic, I thought it would be enough. Now it's Roger who's in trouble to Faith.
They're doing their job. They don't need to kill. Every time they chase these heroes out of lane, Ramses is getting more free creep waves. He's 19-10. And he counters Lifestealer like 1-to-1. That's why they insta-picked it. You need to pressure this hero. And he doesn't even have his courier yet because, of course, it died. But he has a full Aquila and 900 gold.
Roger denied himself. Pasha thought he was getting really clever. He stole the Wild Wing, so he was tornadoing the creep wave down. Moogie cuts through the tree lines and chases him. But that's level 2 Scorched Earth. With the Mango regen, 25 a second. They cannot damage through this.
And even if he were to die, it just doesn't affect the status quo of the game. This, again, Pasha's going to get a Doom off in fights. He's going to eventually scale with that level 15 talent. He'll have his good creep eaten. He'll be tanky. I mean, his job's to run in.
Against Naga, right? Like, it gives you the armor for what Naga takes away. Especially considering you're a low armor hero anyway as the Doombringer.
Yep.
Ensnare flies out. They have extra help. Faith is going to be there. Light Striker Ray will connect, but now you get really tested. No one very, very tanky. And through the trees, Fairy Fire, he does not survive.
Really
no
good
TP
gank.
support coming in.
Yep, well played by Newbee. That's the lane you want to pressure, mid and bottom, because the Lina is the one that will end up actually being able to kill the Morphling later on.
Hey, no one thanks Taka for his service. Tipping back the opposite direction when you die.
This, so scared, man. I like Newbee's draft in this game, but they're going to have Morphling issues, 100%.
Mid lane, goodbye SCCC. Roger, too quick on the movement. They're going to glimpse back KP, who was after solo. It was all about the rune contest. But as Pro were able to grab 2. Newbee 2.
Moogie already level 6 at the top. Actually going for an Aquila himself. Haven't seen a Lifestealer by this item in quite some time.
Why did it drop off?
I mean, obviously he's a strength, you're not agility, so you don't get the damage benefit, but it's just, I think the Medallion and Radiance build or the Armlet Rush has been favored. He's going to go phase Aquila. I think it's fine. I mean, that item's never really a bad choice. Bottom, I think Jakiro's in trouble.
He starts his TP out. Ramses, they have an adaptive strike, so no TP out for Faith. Roger, he had Burrow Strike available anyway, but decided to hold it off.
Yep, and of course they give the kill to Ramses. Another thing VP is very disciplined about doing. They give their carry often, and Ramses is always on the win condition too, so you want him to have the last kill.
Solo, KP was trying to pull the creep wave over. He's got a level 1 glimpse, so he can pull back KP if he moves to the, a little bit of edge. No, he doesn't. I thought if he just moved to the edge of the cliff, he can drag KP back up the hill. Decides to hold it.
This is where Lina starts dominating mid as well. You just spam that level 3 nuke. Razor takes way too much damage pressure, even through the raindrop. Like, you'll just burn through it, and if at any point Naga, Jakiro set up for a stun, that Laguna is going to land the kill. He has phase boots finished as well. I like this choice from SCCC, one of the best Linas in the world. Going for the more aggressive item choice. You don't want to go like this Arcane's Bloodstone Rush build. You just go full aggression and make sure you scale as fast as possible.
Open Wounds is out. They're going after the Doombringer, but he's got Frost Armor.
Yep.
And with this, Taka's Riptide of removing 2 just is nothing. They don't have the damage to pierce the armor. Solo, wonderful glimpse. Pulling Faith back down again. Ramses holding his waveform. No, he goes up. He wants this one. Gets on the other side of KP, away from the Slither and Crush. And another Burrow Strike, still on cooldown.
Lina's rotating, but they saw him on that ward they placed middle.
Just Laguna Ramses?
They have another ward in the lane. Like, you're not going to just feed Alina.
Ramses just keeps the perfect distance, makes him feel like he can have something. Light Strike Array, this one he has. SK will fall.
He expected him to run back towards mid. Probably should have been a little more disciplined. You can see SCCC about to run through that ward on his way to mid.
They're going to try and kill Pasha. Open Wounds up. Level 2 Ensnare, level 1 Riptide. Taka actually holding off the Ensnare. Pasha wants to hang around. Level 3 Scorched Earth. And when Mugi's rage dissipates, like, just seems like they've got no other way.
I like the choice too. A lot of Dooms are still always just maxing Inferno Blade, but when you're playing against Lifestealer, you need the survivability because you're going to be locked down for so long. That Ice Armor plus Scorched Earth, you can't actually kill the Doom. And again, I want Naga to move. You can kill mid so easily, just like Roger's about
Fire
to do.
Strike in mid. Naga's trying to come in to help out, but Roger very aggressive. Not aggressive enough. SCCC has the life to sustain. Jakiro not so lucky. And, well, I may not have as much luck with KP either. Retreats back, but Glimpse will pull him into the fight. Waveform's back off cooldown, so Ramses can keep up, keeping in range of KP. The Crush is good, but the Strength Warp a little bit better. Has the life to survive. Adaptive Strike flies out to kill off KP. SCCC wants to capitalize. picks off Solo, so now it's just 2-on-1. Thanks to Faith having that ice path. They hold Morphling in position, but the life point, 1,800 of them. Rotation comes in from no one. Ramsey burns in the trees, but he's still got the life to survive, but they hit with SCCC. The Raindrop couldn't protect him on this front. The ice path well off target.
So I love to see from SCCC, tons of rotations. Picked up now 3 kills in his movements towards the bottom lane. Very important. He's the playmaker and the star for this Newbee squad through their entire history, it feels. And it's super important that he gets involved because Moogie's on Lifestealer. He can't.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
Yeah, he needs more time. He needs more space.
Yep.
The funny thing is, though, he's still like number 2 in the net worth. Like it's number 1 at CCC, then it's Moogie. Glimpse. Come on back over, KP. He'll actually hit the crush. It's no one. It's static link in KP. He doesn't have the movement speed anymore, so all this stolen damage, no one's just racking it up. And, okay.
Nice ball.
He's in the water and away.
No one had to juke that stun, obviously. He doesn't land the kill now. Probably would have been guaranteed had he just sidestepped it real quick. But again, the key there was also that they had killed the Morphling with SCCC. So the key hero for Newbee takes out the win condition on VP. If Morphling dies 2 or 3 more times in the next 10-15 minutes, Newbee can just run away with the game. But as soon as he has that Lincoln Z-Blade up, it gets scary for them. Because Lina will always be susceptible to just a stun into an immediate just death, thanks to that E-Blade combo.
Of the 10-minute rune contest, Newbee actually getting 3 of them. They won't get the top one, but bottom lane, Ice Path connects onto no one. Support, again, this rotation. SCCC under Invis rune hits with a Light Strike Array. Controlling up no one perfectly into the ensnare, and they're getting back-to-back kills here, Newbee. Solo, they should be getting back. Okay, Ice Path will claim it.
And Slaughter Lina is such a great combo too. Probably my favorite in truth because you have so much burst damage, and later on in the game when Lina starts to hit like a truck, you've got that Slaughter amp as well. And every hero on VP, with the exception of Morphling, is just paper to these 2 heroes in combination. They're going to have so much burst on Newbee, and like I said, they have the team fight as well, thanks to their Naga Jakiro, which is arguably Newbee's best lineup. Like, this is what they won their one LAN with this year, and they got it again.
Yep. And it's working for the moment, but they're still up against Virtus Pro, so like the upside for everyone who's watching at home is we actually have the potential panel curse, but we also have a closer game because Newbee are having the arsenal. They're not behind by losing their laning phase. They're looking towards mid to try and bring down this Morphling, but a quick waveform away. We'll be surviving through it all. This is still great for Newbee. Yep. I feel hope for them. Something I definitely did not feel in game 1.
That's what their draft, I think, is better this game if they just kill the Morphling. The only thing I was afraid of is Ramsey's just running away with the game. We've seen so many times on his 10th pick heroes. You know, the Brood, the Morph. He just seems to just get free games and they win. You know, he's not going to buy some Diffusal Brood like we saw previous days, and he's used.
They're going to try and fight mid. SCCC and KP reveal themselves.
They have Doom.
Yeah, they got Doom. Plus, they got Thunderclap. Nice, easy nuke. KP's going to run himself down. Amplification on the Doombringer. They all set him up. As NCC made a little bit of missed timing, and this allowed Solo to put the Storm onto him, and they even Doom and glimpse back KP. They 100% one of these 2 core kills, and they're going to claim both of them. Moogie's rotation can get a rebuttal into Solo. Kaka wants to help out. Low on life, strong on the Siren, so they can disengage if things get a little bit more rough. The Doombringer, damn, he's just still so tanky, even without Scorched Earth up. Moogie cannot beat through him.
I like Moogie's item choice a lot, going for the armlet. Radiance is a terrible item in this game. Whenever you're playing with Slardar, you want to just do as much damage as possible the entire game. Probably will end up going maybe that Matumba Man Echo Deso build, but he has a lot of freedom, but I think you want to go minus armor even against the Morphling just thanks to that Slardar amp.
SK's got so much more space in the top lane. I mean, Roger has been farming up the waves, got deep wards down. Saw the rotation already from KP. Naga's looking for him, Lina's looking for him.
Yeah, lots of space made.
Out. He's actually going to wrap around through mid and then go, like, is he ward planting?
Yeah, he's got one more. And this is also my fit. This is a great nighttime path. A lot of supports don't use this, but you can always run safely through towers.
And the Observer actually sees Jakiro. This sets up, because Solo, while he doesn't have the ultimate, he has the control that allows the ultimate of Roger to do its work.
Really well played.
Then it's mid. Fire Strike Array, Morphling, Strength Morphing through it, survives the Laguna Blade. Moogie now having his damage on, but has the movement speed for Glimpse. back down again. Solo so quick on this move. Kaka, no other choice but to send all 5 heroes of VP asleep. They'll just use their stolen damage and take the mid tower.
Mugi had the time to infest the teammate there, but a little slow, which forces Kaka to save his ally, but using a song, but such a long cooldown, and now Newbee, your team fight's not as strong, and it's a completely even game.
They're looking to fight again. You've got the Storm up with the Disruptor, and they just focus down the Naga Siren, remove her, while Pasha, he's got a Centaur Stomp inside of him, decides to switch it out for the Wild Wing.
Meantime, KP on a mission.
Yeah, I think his only mission was to stop that momentum that was pushing to the tier 1 tower while the fight was going on. Just creep skipped it out.
The vision control, he's behind mid now. This is a great setup. They don't have Doom for another few seconds. It'll be up in time, but again, look at the VP vision, man. It's always like this. Sansheng now coaching Newbee wrote a guide on how VP wins games by warding, talking about how his name's inscribed on the Aegis, but they can't seem to find a single one, Toby.
Yep.
And it's great. Look at the control they have. They see everything.
Oh, they smoke up, and because they smoked up, they walk directly into the Battle of Virtus Pro. The wall comes down. Last Record Ray does connect over on the Doombringer, but the Scorch's giving him the regeneration to fight both Macro Pyre and the Door Breath. The Burrow Strike returns. Roger goes in deep. Remember, he's still got the Sandstorm, using it to juke out SCCC. Solo not so lucky as KP gets the Lucky Bash, connects in, and Roger, he's taking Newbee on a bit of a run. They'll go east. He'll Burrow Strike inside the base. TP out. Yeah, that was optimistic at best. But there's 2 supports going down. Newbee smoke breaks. If they had the Disrupt the Storm up straight up for that fight, Newbee would have lost 2, probably 3.
Yeah, and because of the new gold calculations on hero kills, they only get a 900 gold swing on Newbee. I'm pretty sure that no one being bot and Ramsey's top evens that out. They get so much gold out of that, and Ramsey's also took top tower in the meantime. So you can see even we get distracted by these supports of VP, but in the meantime, the cores are taking map control. So
and Solo instantly, he saw the Observer Ward get planted, dewards it. So Newbee don't even have the aggressive vision for bottom lane. Solo has his ultimates. This will give a lot of confidence for VP just to fight. And they got the split push going. Ramses is about to assault the tier 2 tower. Naga TP's back to defend it, and there goes your bottom lane push pressure.
See, the Pasha acting as a living ward may pay with his life, but
he's
more
got
likely
4 points up in Scorched plus the 16 one charges. It would take a lot to get through Pasha. Ensnare, begin the TP. They have no other stun, and oh, they have the Infest Bomb.
Well played,
I say
Ruby.
bomb, it just popped.
I'm not sure I agree with the choice, though. He looks like he's going for a Radiance, which I can get behind. It's a great item against Morphling because he hates buying BKB, and just 17% miss chance is excellent when you get into the later stages of the game. It's also a better scaling item, but
Roger. Try to delay it with a quick Sandstorm.
the Lena's going to go Shadowblade, so he's still going to be the playmaker. Mugi's like, all right, guys, I'm going to try and secure this late game. And as you said, great use of Infest to secure that kill. Otherwise, the Doom certainly escapes. They want towers. No tower pressure whatsoever thus far from Newbee.
Yep. Is that the reason why you're seeing SEC carrying the casual Blightstone? If I have some time.
I think he might end up going for a Deso.
Going Shadowblade to begin with, and yeah, then into Deso would make some sense.
Especially because I wanted the Lifestealer to do it. He switched. Thank goodness. All right, my man. I was like, I didn't want to flame the Radiance, but I really didn't think it was optimal, but there is reasoning behind it. But I just think that this build is so much better because it allows him to stay on top. This is an even game. You can't afford to take the next 5 to 6 minutes just playing passive and trusting your team to win the game for you. Like, get involved. This Deso means Roche, and it means the burst damage to kill pretty much anybody on VP and a stun from Slardar, who just finished his blink.
Do you like this from VP where they don't take fights on the bottom lane? I know like you're saying like it's some kind of matchup, but does VP have a superior team fight to Newbee?
I don't think they do unless they get good Dooms off. The reason that skirmish when Newbee ran up the high ground went so poorly for them was because the Doom didn't get off on SCCC. He got the Yules before Doom came out. All of a sudden they have to get out of dodge and the supports pay with their lives. And Roger going down up top, that's the Shadowblade reveal from SCCC. They take the lead ever so slightly.
They're looking to get even more. Infest up onto KP. Blink Dagger is available. They are looking for that Morphling, but where is the vision? The smoke broke on the Slardar, so they knew someone was nearby. But it's bottom lane where they're about to get all their information. Morphling, Razor, they're glimpsing back onto the Naga, who goes for the Song of the Siren. He's got 3 trapped up and just TP's out.
Yep, this is great play from Kaka, because and I like that they just backed away on Newbee. Don't try and force a fight because you see 4 heroes in the Song. Like, You see 4 heroes. Just TP out, run away. You made them rotate, it's all good. You don't want to be playing around Morphling if you're VP, and to your point, you still can't really take team fights into Nagastorm. With it down, you have a possibility to do so, but it's all about that Doom landing and the link on the Lifestealer or the Lina, but you really don't have that confidence until Razor has BKB, he's 800 gold away, and the Morphling, you want that E-Blade. For now, you just play 4-1. Razor, BKB, and Doom up, you can go look to take a skirmish.
Yeah. I also love to like how much time is being wasted. Actually, Newbee, they're going to smoke up themselves.
Stay aggressive. They got all their timings.
They got the Blink Dagger on KP. He'll jump in, amplify over the Razor, follow-up stuns. Not perfectly changed, but it's enough.
That is the power of the Desolator right there, plus the Slaughter Ramp. That is minus 20... Oh, sorry, only 16 armor, but Razor's only got 14, Toby. So they're doing pure damage with a lot of auto attack strength.
Fantastic fight for Newbee, and they don't want to let up. Got to keep that pressure going in towards mid lane. Morphling has come to defend it. With a defensive Lincoln Sphere up, but of course, Blink Crush doesn't care about that. Oh, not again for the SK. Roger's been denied this Blink Dagger for the last 5 minutes. Every single time he is even shown slightly near a lane, they've just rotated the hero to bring him down. And can you really blame him? Like, Blink SKs have been the bread and butter of so many teams this tournament. And they just keep delaying Roger.
And no matter how good VP is, they're still at the mercy.
KP pulled back in again. Wall does control him, begins his TP. Have they got a stun? Yeah, they do. Adaptive Strike will cancel him. Instead, hold him. KP will go down.
I like the choice of the net creep on Pasha, too. He can ensnare Lifestealer through Rage and continue that link from the Razor. And it's just, what I was about to say is, no matter how good VP is, they're still susceptible to the limitations of their draft, and in this game they have to play defensively. Newbee are the ones with the tools to find these pickoffs. Shadowblade Lina, the Slardar Lifestealer bomb, how many times have we seen that win games? Vintage Liquid back 2016 when Valve Majors were a thing, and there's nothing you can really do if you're VP to stay on top of this unless you're ready for Newbee's movement, but they can play so fast around the map that they're often going to be the ones controlling the pace of the game, as we see.
Yeah. I love the poke, man. I love the poke. Rams is getting that last bit of money for the E-Blade pop. That's that aggression that you want to see out from them. The Blink Dagger on the Doom bringing the fresh thing with the Centaur Stomp. So that Doom can hit its target nicely.
BKB Razor finished as well, so if he gets that off, again, it's all about linking the Lifestealer or killing the Lina.
Blink, the BKB is on the wire. The jump KP! Perfect! 2-man stomp into the Ice Path. And they quickly wrap up both the Razor and the SK, but they want to fight. Song of the Siren Karka says no. SCCC's nearby, and I think this is just a straight TP out. They're using the Ice Path and then Distraction for Faith, making sure there is no glimpse to come from it. And Faith, he's the one with the TP, he'll get it off.
Great play once again from Newbee. You could hit a 3-man Ice Path there, but you're scared. You already saw one buyback. Your burst is on cooldown. I like that decision. You feel good about this game right now. Keep playing smart, grow your lead, set up for Roche next song. They need a Roshan here. You never want to give it to a Morphling in a game like this because Newbee's draft is so burst heavy. Yeah, you'd kill him once, but if he respawns, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's when you need the sustain, and SEC's not there just yet, so let's look at this fight once more. So the Blink Crush from KP. I asked for a moment when he can have an aggressive hero like this, and that's exactly what we got. The early Blink Dagger, the quick rotations in, and then the disengage from Karka to ensure that nothing of value was lost from Newbee.
And it's just a difference in hero for no one as well. On Kunkka, he's the ability to eat creep waves and find kills himself. He's playing Razor. He just runs around and connects. He doesn't actually have the ability to make moves on his own, and you can see his wave clear also suffers. SCCC is nearly 4.5k ahead of him in net worth. This is just because of the hero matchup. And of course, SCCC had some incredible rotations. Already 9 kills. I mean,
Glimpse, real nice. They put the Observe Ward up on the hill to start de-warding the Dire Ob, so Newbee didn't know this went down by solo.
Look at this play from KP though. It's nighttime, so we can, again, play safely behind this tier 1. He's going to find a Doom.
Yep. Oh, no! Pasha! He blinks right over the top of him, playing Leapfrog now. KP can blink and also do his TP.
Yep, again.
He's waiting, and now, yeah, there's the TP. He's out.
Really well played. Again, just, you look for the kills. If you can't find them, immediately get out, farm the map. And you didn't get what you wanted, but again, VP chases you, find nothing.
It seems a lot better from Newbee. Like it's like they woke up after game 1. It's like game 2, hey, we know how to play this game of Dota as well.
It's the draft. It's really the draft. They are the ones with the ability to make plays. Last game, they have a Void carry. Who dies like 4 or 5 times in 15 minutes. You can't actually recover in that game, and you're playing against Slark Beastmaster Kunkka. The map control, the kill potential, it's so easy for VP. The game plays itself. This game, Newbee are the ones that actually have the ability to do things. And once Song comes up, I don't think they have any smokes left. I've seen them use quite a few, but they have nice Vlads on Naga. Like, they're all in on this raw physical damage output. And with Lina, Slardar, Lifestealer, all this minus armor, it's great. They just need Roshan now. Song about to come up. It's time to make another move. There's
Newbee's
the
fighting.
infest.
Yep. They're going to head down towards bottom. They just lost their aggressive Observer Ward, however, so they don't have extra information going against VP. VP made sure of that by putting down, I think it was like 4 or 5 sentry wards around that mid lane.
The ward, though, right on top of it.
Yep. Observer and Sentry down, so a lot of information. They all attack the tower anyway. That's why Radiant fortify. They want to let this thing go easily. If Newbee want to take this fight, they've got to commit into being aggressive. But how do you do that without the early information? Ramses wants to fight, doesn't have the E-Blade up just yet. Actually has the money to buy it, but they get the glimpse. Pulling face back down again, but Pasha isolated on the side. He did get the Doom off over on the Lifestealer, which allows no one to stand his ground, but this BKB works against him. He was ensnared and controlled, and there was no one else from BP that could help him.
Great to Roche.
Yep. Great movement from Newbee.
Yep. And I was going to say, they need to kill the Doom at the start of the fight, and that's exactly what they did. He's got 3 armor, Toby. He just explodes. That Slardar Lifestealer bomb took him out immediately. Yeah, he gets the Doom off, but that works against him because now you don't have it. A buyback wouldn't even be worthwhile, and even though Razor has BKB, as you said, net, Slardar amp, Lina's hitting for like 300
SCCC
damage.
Target. Morphling's going to waveform up, but BKB from SCCC means that Ramses cannot actually get the instant kill onto him, but the ensnared Pasha, he will arrive. Locks up the Lina. Meanwhile, Blink in, KP gets the crush off. Wait, Roger snatched the Aegis to the Immortal through this? The Dire killed it, but Roger took the Aegis to the Immortal. He's back to the world of the living. That's why the crush came in from KP, looking for the rebuttal. Ramsey's gonna get more. He finds another kill, and then the double burrow strike. Damn, Roger, I love you with the way he plays this game with Dota. Newbee, they had all the advantage going their way, but now they're the ones on the run. Burrow strike off cooldown, combining with the E-Blade pump. Slardar slowed down, wants to keep the run going. They're gonna buy back on the Jakiro, trying to create more space. Mugi's there, beating in to that Morphling. The Morphling just shifts out, switches into the Lifestealer, pops the 1 charges back up to full life, and now they're the ones looking to even get more aggressive. They blink forward, the burrow strike barely missing from Roger. Solo's there, they've got the glimpse, pulling face back into the middle of this fight. With the E-Blade pop, they have the damage, and there's a dive back now on the Jakiro.
And Newbee's playing so well, but VP makes them work for every inch. Like, Ramsey's played that fight flawlessly. He morphed, stole the rage, like, just as the Slardar stun came out, made sure that every time he got stunned, Strength Morph was already ticking. And I'm talking about like 2 frames before this goes down. Like, you can't play better. And Newbee's still ahead, but man, VP makes you work for every single inch.
And VP is now going to get all the 25-minute bounty runes as well. Please tell me we have some level of replay of that snatch. Like, my eyes were focusing on SEC's dive, but man.
You can see, once again, the decision from Pasha for that net creep. That's what lands the kill, because you can see through BKB. And when you have a Razor Core and Disruptor Sand King is your real only catch, BKBs render that worthless. And that's why I love this BKB pickup from SCCC. The only thing that could possibly deal with it, of course, is Pasha.
Blink, Doom, no real instant follow-up. He got the dust off, and they just have to get the vision. It's a glimpse to kill off SCCC. The Invis rune allowed him to close the distance, but Roger, Blink Burrow Strikes, found the Jakiro. Storm is real nice control from Solo, and the Song of the Siren came very, very late from Kaka. Mugi looks like he wants to run into this fight, but now Newbee really uncertain. That BKB, and they got the vision. The waveform up into the glimpse forces out the Rage of Lifestealer. Luckily, that's a little bit more easy to throw away than a BKB charge.
Yep, and another 2 things VP's draft is lacking. You don't see this very often, but they have no hero that provides them a vision advantage. There's no Slark, there's no Beastmaster Bird, and they also don't have any method of BKB piercing catch. Yeah, you can Doom somebody, you have that Doom net, but when you're so reliant on your supports to find kills, Lifestealer Rage, if there's no Doom available, or Doom's dead, once again, he's dying at every fight because he's walking in with 5 armor. Like, even just the Lifestealer hit takes him down to 0.
Is this why you also get something like the Skadi onto Ramses? I see him with just the ultimate orb at the moment, and nothing's in the quick buy, so you can still bounce this into a couple of other items. But do you get the Skadi just so you could try and kite the Lifestealer?
I think you want Scotty first, and then probably Manta or maybe even a BKB after. But Scotty is like the melee Harry counter, and as we were just talking about, what are they lacking? It's this BKB piercing, slow, disable. Scotty covers you, and now all of a sudden the Morphling is a threat to the Lifestealer, while also you can't really do anything to a Morphling as Lifestealer. And that, again, he's still #1 net worth. This game could still go either way, but it's pretty much Morphling versus the world in terms of how this game scales on into the late game. The Razor Link is still very effective against the Lifestealer, but that's where the Lina comes in. He's going to have Linkens, which means he won't be doomed like that again, but still, we'll see. I don't know. It's a cool game. You can really go either way.
It's nice and even. Newbee actually had such a huge advantage. They had a 7,000 gold advantage, experience advantage, and it's about 6K for the gold. So this swing has picked back up. Newbee realized they need the momentum, so they smoke up over on KP, or I should say Shadow Blade on KP, looking for a target. He's gone almost around everyone to find Roger. Oh, this poor SK. That's his 8th death of the game. Solo will lose his life as well, and the Song of the Siren, they're keeping the northern side controlled, allowing for an Ice Path to control over on the Doombringer, keeping him in the Macro Pyre. Mugi, he hits so hard, and the Crush. They're finding their 4th target. No one amplified up. He wants to run away, but with the open wounds, he knows he can't go anywhere. 4 heroes from Virtus.pro going down. They were the ones that wanted to be the aggressors of the north, but they got sent back to the south.
It's the Shadow Blade reveal. That item, one of the strongest in Dota right now, and that sets up everything. Both supports, that's the dream for Slardar Lifestealer. Not only did they find the Sanking and 2 smacks from Mugi, but watch this. You get the immediate kill, and Solo's still like, oh shit, my guy's dead. He dies to an open wounds. In the meantime, Kaka had TP'd into the tree's top. He gets the Song. Now you get a free kill on Doom as well. And once again, these heroes have no armor. Anyone who's ever played with me in the history of complexity would know my preaching, which is when playing against Slardar, buy armor. And 3 heroes on VP have not done that, and they immediately die.
You've got it now. You've got it now. So the Doom bought a plate mel, the Razor bought a plate mel. So they at least have some level of armor. Obviously, Ramsey's item progression, it doesn't allow for armor. Because, like, what are you going to do? Buy an Assault Cuirass or Shiva's a Morphling?
He's got 50. He's fine. He just can't help out his team. That's why he's the hero that can win the game for VP, because a 6-slotted Morph is still very, very scary. The concern is lack of medallion on VP.
How did Kaka get this much money? He just bought an Aghanim Scepter on the Naga Siren. Not only can Newbee reset the fight, they can regenerate through any kind of burst that VP throw out. Speaking of burst, goodbye Solo. SCCC, it's the Shadow Blade Yule's initiation.
I love the item build too. The Linkens is so sick against the Doom.
How did he get past the Observer and Sentry with that being thing?
I think he ran around it, upside. That Sentry does not cover the top path into the Radiant jungle. And with the Linkens, he doesn't fear the Doom initiation anymore, and he doesn't need damage because of Slardar.
The blink away, Pasha got himself caught in the trees. He doesn't have a Quelling Blade. He'll have to wait for his blink to come back off cooldown to get out of here.
You can see they're just following Naga illusions. Kaka not just pushing lanes and farming with them, part of the reason he has so much net worth above the Slardar, but it gives vision. It's the only real tool either team has for gathering vision without risking the lives of any of their heroes.
Pasha's waiting. No one would put vision in that tree area. They will never find him, and the wings don't clip out. But are we waiting for the next Roshan now? Roshan may respawn about a minute's time.
Gotta always remember the Newbee song as well. It's the trump card for any team fight.
Yeah.
They've used it 3 times now to get out of jail free and built them a 10K lead.
Is this when you actually need more BKBs into the cause of Virtus.pro, so it's not just no one being isolated in the Song of the Storm?
The problem is
in a song.
Song of the Storm. You need armor first. You need more armor than they can possibly buy, in truth, because Lifestealer is -6. Slardar represents -15. So if you're not at like 25 plus, you're just going to get chewed through by right clicks.
Newbee saw this coming. They walked underneath the Observer Ward, even if they all didn't smoke underneath it. You see Newbee just grouping up right on top of the Radiant Obs. But they also have detection. Gem of True Sight on the Naga Siren. Roshan may spawn in 15 seconds, but VP really wanted to fight first, but now it's Newbee. 5-man smoke up. They look towards the mid lane. Ramsey's the blink crush. He also caught the Doombringer in this. A 3-man ice path. The Storm is down from Solo, but it doesn't really stop him. Not while the BKB did that. They instead up No, I say Ramsey. Yeah, Ramsey's the Morphling Lifestealer. The buyback comes in from Doombringer, but it's all too late. KP already into the Shadow Blade. Jumping forward is Pasha. That's dangerous to do. Solo's already fallen down. He wanted to help out. But KP is just trying to enable his team through these crushes, and he's doing it beautifully.
Yep. Perfect team fight. It's all the ward as well. Like, that sets up, they see the Morphling, and Ramsey somehow got strength morph off before that fight started. No clue how that happened, but he ends up dying anyway. You get a double stun off. The Doom was an afterthought. I think he just died with like a smack. There's Lifestealer finishing the AC. Again, the minus armor. Whenever you have Slardar, you just go all in on minus armor.
Roger crushed up. He just tried to get a little bit of extra vision
That's
out.
why.
And caught.
I believe that was a 700 plus damage auto attack from the Lifestealer. 606.
You know, I don't want to put too much pressure on him because he's been absolutely superb throughout, well, his entire time in VP. But it really feels like Newbee have just painted a target on Roger. His entire game, make sure he doesn't get the Blink Dagger, make sure he never has an initiation. Like, the one time he did have a great initiation, he stole Roshan and VP won the fight. Every other time, Newbee has always had his number. So they've managed to avoid the initiation of the SK and negate the effect of the Doombringer.
And it just comes to this Slardar hero, man. I've been saying this hero's underpicked for so long. Whenever Sand King is taken this early on, look at the supports of VP. They can't possibly get themselves to a point where they don't immediately die in a Slardar stun. They, Lina or Lifestealer, either one, two-shots them. And there's nothing they can buy. They're not farmed enough, and it's impossible to get there. You'd need like 3 items to get to the 30 armor required to actually survive for more than a quarter of a second. And you also have the vision. Like, you can't hide. You can't sandstorm. You're going to have an amp on you, and you're going to be spotted and immediately taken out.
Raze has managed to hit the 30 mark. It's 32, but it's 30. So he has that now with the Shiva's Guard that he just bought up. At the same time, SEC bought his own Shiva's Guard. This Lina with 2.1k net worth is just looking so good. And now it's up to Newbee. They want to fight once more. They're grouped up like they're looking to smoke. They don't have one on them. But they may not care if Pasha reveals himself in mid. It's that dire observable that finally got taken out. That's what gave Newbee the extra information for the fight in mid last time. But now they don't have one. Not one this team, Virtus Pro VP are totally off the map. And
So much confidence, though.
yeah, they just walk down mid. They got an Infist, jump forward, they found Solo. Now they can actually turn towards Razor with the amplification on him. They get so much information. SEC cannot close the distance in time, but Roshan just spawned up. They know what they want, and they're going to get it. It's now the second Roshan, Aegis, and Cheese to enable Newbee's next fight.
And just the damage output. It's just so many cheap spells on Newbee, yet they also preserve their teamfight advantage just thanks to the Naga. They also have vision from him. Part of the reason Newbee and a lot of heroes, or teams rather, have been first picking this hero, no matter how many nerfs, no matter how the meta shifts, you have the ability to shove waves at no risk. You provide vision. You have a BKB piercing disable for 5 seconds. Once you talent, that's a like a 6-second cooldown. Sorry, a 7-second cooldown for a 5-second disable. Like, that's absurd.
Roger was hunting the courier. It's nighttime, however, so he didn't actually have like the proper vision for it, so he just turns this into a creep skip. Keep Newbee away from the base. Buy time for his Morphling to get bigger and complete what looks like to be now a BKB for him. In fact, no, like Pasha as well as Ramsey now have BKB as priority. Good jump out. Can they actually reach him? No, they cannot. Just being a nuisance more than anything else, accepting his fate.
And now you're Newbee. You've got Aegis. You're really not in a rush whatsoever. Level 25 on that Lina.
Yeah, level 25 and almost finished up Daedalus.
Yep.
Like, she's got enough money for the Crystallis, but the 175 attack range, it's going to force VP to come out and fight Newbee. Because it's going to take the high ground. But then how do you do that? Because a Blink Dagger's on Kaka.
Yeah.
Like, to get out jail free card from Naga is going to be so far in the back lines. You just can't reach her.
You blink in with Slardar Lifestealer, and if Lina's able to attack, you're going to just be outputting an atom bomb's worth of damage inside the VP base. The supports aren't going to do a damn thing, and I would expect them to just... This game will end in the space of 5 to 6 seconds because Newbee has so much ability to just dive in, and you can't stop them.
No, you really can't. So Virtus Pro, we see them really tested. First time in a while, 20k gold behind. Experience is about 25,000. The win probability is right now 95% the way of Newbee. And if any team can pull out that 5%, it would still be Virtus Pro. And we'll see how they can do it. I love how it's that high up as well without any racks going. Because that's normally the thing that just swings the graph one way or the other. But I think VP are getting bored inside their own base. They're spamming lines, they're drawing love hearts on the mini-map, and now they're playing tic-tac-toe. Except they're not waiting. That was just Pasha just won. He cheated. He did not wait his turn.
I mean, let's be honest. They've trained chickens to never lose at tic-tac-toe. You can only win if you're playing a 3-year-old or cheating.
Oh, now they're actually taking turns. Okay. That's not a win. You can't curve it. This isn't wanted. You're not trained by Angelina Jolie in tic-tac-toe.
And you're not really in a rush if you're Newbee. I'd like to see them utilize this Aegis, but they've got another minute and a half. They finished the Daedalus, what they're waiting for. And now all of a sudden, Lina, nearly 400 damage, a bajillion attack speed, and whoever he's attacking, unless it's that Morphling, is going to be at next to her, usually far under 0 armor.
Anybody want to come out and try and stop this? Anybody? The Naga illusion, see everything. There goes the tower. And Newbee, they're going to keep beating into the range racks now for SDCC. Keeping his distance away from both Shivas and Plasma Field. You can mop up the creep wave, but now all they lose is a little bit of vision of the high ground. They can gain that back in a second.
And BKB finished on Morphling.
Look at them centering. They want to make sure there is no observer ward on this hillside for SEC. I'm hearing Epicenter. Roger blinks forward. Oh boy. He broke the Lincoln Sphere. He targeted directly onto SDCC, so the Burrow Strike never went forward. You're loving the tip.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of following the script. At some point, Newbee will find an opening and look
jump
at the damage.
forward. Perfect BKB timing from SDCC. They'll end up killing off Roger. The buyback is available. BKB will start to wear off, and Pasha jumps forward, gets the ensnare out. Lina, remember, she still has the Aegis Immortal. So you E-Blade Popper, but you're not having the damage to break the Aegis, and even if you do, what's your follow-up? It has to be solo glimpsing. It has to be some level of heavy punishment, but Newbee know their follow-up. It's smoke, it's jump, it's crush, it's no one who can't get his BKB off in time. He'll buy back in, and where is his glimpse? They ensnare on the Slaughter. He was the one that got doomed up out this, but it's not the one you wanted. SEC is just a cannon. Ramses cannot stand it, and VP, they call it. 40 minutes in, they say GG. The song with the siren in celebration here from Kaka, but just terrific performance. VP, they accept the inevitable.
Yep, and told you, like, Newbee's draft is the better one. If they can play like that, and how they ended that game, they're doing in little ways the entire game, where it's just the amount of burst damage potential without being cooldown dependent. That previous game, you're counting on a void.
Yep.
Like 100-something seconds on your chrono, you can't actually make plays. That game, Mookie doesn't die. He cleans up.
Yeah.
And it's just because you slide our stun, you amp, you hit that guy, he's dead. Oh, he buys back, regroup, blink comes off cooldown, you're back in. And not only that, if VP ever actually